The story of Iran is one of the oldest and most complex in the world, stretching back thousands of years and encompassing vast empires, profound cultural achievements, and turbulent political change. Located at the crossroads of Central Asia, the Middle East, and the Indian subcontinent, Iran has long held a strategic and cultural significance that shaped not only its own destiny, but that of surrounding civilizations. The land that is now Iran was home to one of the world's earliest civilizations. Archaeological discoveries show that human settlements existed in the region as early as 10,000 years ago. By the fourth millennium before Christ, people living on the Iranian plateau had established farming communities and begun building cities. These early societies laid the foundation for the great civilizations that would rise in later centuries. One of the most influential of these was the Achaemenid Empire, founded by Cyrus the Great in the 6th century before Christ. The Achaemenid Empire was the first true world empire, stretching from the Indus Valley in the east to the Balkans and North Africa in the west. Cyrus was known for his tolerance and administrative genius. He allowed conquered peoples to retain their customs and religions, a practice rare at the time. His successors, such as Darius the Great and Xerxes, continued to expand and strengthen the empire. They built extensive road systems, standardized weights and measures, and created a complex bureaucracy that influenced governance in future empires. The glory of the Achaemenids was brought to an end by Alexander the Great in the 4th century before Christ. After Alexander's death, Iran became part of the Seleucid Empire, and later fell under the control of the Parthians, and then the Sassanid Empire. The Sassanids, who ruled from the 3rd to the 7th century after Christ, revived Persian culture and Zoroastrian religion. They were formidable rivals of the Roman and Byzantine empires and presided over a period of rich cultural and scientific advancement. In the 7th century after Christ, Iran experienced one of its most significant transformations with the arrival of Arab Muslim armies. The conquest led to the gradual decline of Zoroastrianism and the adoption of Islam, which deeply influenced Iranian society, language, and culture. Although initially governed by Arab caliphates, Iranians retained much of their identity and eventually played a central role in the Islamic Golden Age, contributing to science, literature, philosophy, and art. By the 9th and 10th centuries, Persian dynasties like the Samanids and Buyids had begun to reassert their influence, promoting the Persian language and culture. Persian literature flourished, especially through the works of poets like Ferdowsi, whose epic Shahnameh became a symbol of national identity. Persian became the language of administration and culture in many Islamic courts across Central Asia and the Indian subcontinent. In the early 16th century, Iran underwent another major change with the rise of the Safavid dynasty. The Safavids established Shia Islam as the official religion of the state, setting Iran apart from its predominantly Sunni neighbors. This decision had lasting implications for Iran's religious and political identity. Under Shah Abbas the Great, the Safavid Empire reached its height, with architectural achievements, vibrant trade, and a centralized administration. The city of Isfahan became a showcase of Persian art and architecture. After the fall of the Safavids in the 18th century, Iran experienced a period of instability, with Afghan invasions, internal conflict, and the rise and fall of short-lived dynasties. The Qajar dynasty came to power in the late 18th century and ruled into the 20th century. During this period, Iran faced increasing pressure from European powers, particularly Britain and Russia, both of whom sought influence over Iranian territory and resources. The Qajar rulers struggled to modernize the country and maintain sovereignty. By the early 20th century, dissatisfaction with Qajar rule led to the Constitutional Revolution of 1906, which aimed to establish a parliament and limit the absolute power of the monarchy. Although the revolution introduced important reforms, political instability continued. In 1925, Reza Khan, a military officer, seized power and established the Pahlavi dynasty. He pursued aggressive modernization policies, including the construction of railroads, the promotion of secular education, and the reduction of clerical influence. Reza Shah's son, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, succeeded him during the Second World War. In the following decades, Iran underwent rapid development, funded largely by oil revenues. However, growing inequality, political repression, and widespread dissatisfaction with the Shah's rule culminated in the Iranian Revolution of 1979. Led by Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, a Shia cleric, the revolution overthrew the monarchy and established the Islamic Republic of Iran. The Islamic Republic introduced a theocratic system of governance, blending religious authority with republican institutions. Khomeini became the supreme leader, a position with significant power over both political and religious affairs. The revolution had a profound impact on Iranian society and international relations, particularly with the United States, which was seen as a supporter of the deposed Shah. The hostage crisis at the U.S. Embassy in Tehran, where American diplomats were held for over a year, further deepened tensions. In 1980, Iraq, under Saddam Hussein, invaded Iran, triggering a brutal 8-year war that caused immense human and economic losses. Despite being isolated and suffering heavy casualties, Iran resisted successfully, and the war ended in a stalemate in 1988. The conflict left deep scars and shaped Iran's future military and political policies. After Khomeini's death in 1989, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei became supreme leader. Iran entered a new phase marked by alternating periods of reform and conservatism. Presidents like Mohammad Khatami sought to improve civil liberties and international relations, while others, such as Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, took a more hardline stance. The country's nuclear program became a major international issue, leading to sanctions and diplomatic efforts to limit Iran's enrichment activities. In recent years, Iran has continued to play a key role in regional politics, often supporting allied groups and governments in places like Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and Yemen. Domestically, the country faces ongoing debates about freedom, economic reform, and the role of religion in governance. Large-scale protests have emerged periodically, reflecting a younger generation's frustration with political and social restrictions. Despite the challenges, Iran remains a nation of immense cultural wealth and historical depth. From its ancient empires and architectural marvels to its literary heritage and modern scientific contributions, Iran has left a unique imprint on world civilization. Its story is one of resilience, reinvention, and an enduring quest to balance tradition with change.